Calls meeting to order. Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call.
Mr. Brooks?
Here.
Mr. Brown?
Here.
Mrs. Davis? Here. Mr. DeFrancesco? Mr. Giroux?
Here.
Mr. Gulick?
Here.
Mr. Johnston?
Here.
Mr. Lynch?
Here.
And Mr. Valesky?
Here.
We're going to recommend approve the meeting minutes for January 13th, work session, and January 15th school board meeting.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
We've got two presentations tonight. I'm going to introduce Mr. Gulick, who's going to talk about Nick Archaki and some of his accomplishments.
Okay. Nick, sitting right there, obviously. Just a little bit about what we're doing here. He set the county youth series record with an 8:23 in bowling. Little personal story. I remember Nick from 5th grade, and we always used to talk bowling in 5th grade. Do you remember that?
That was
Say
fun.
you do, even if you don't.
No, I didn't. That was fun. That was a good time.
But we have a certificate of recognition, and I just want to wish you the best in all your future endeavors in bowling, and that's a fantastic accomplishment.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nick, do you plan on doing anything with bowling after Sagertown High School?
Yeah, I actually just committed to a college in Florida for bowling.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Which school? With
Weber International. It's down by Orlando.
the view of doing it as a career? Cool.
Yep, it's the goal.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
We'll follow you.
Yeah.
Our next presentation is Arts and Bots. I'm going to introduce Principal Maplewood Elementary School, Ms. Fonzo.
Hey, thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Happy Valentine's Eve. We're excited tonight. I think it was a year ago that we announced that we were getting that PA targeted SMART grant, which we've had a busy, exciting year around here, innovating learning and innovating spaces. So there was a lot of different directions that we could have talked about tonight, but we decided to highlight how this opportunity has enhanced our after-school clubs. We have 30 to 40 kids staying after from 3rd and 4th grade in a club called Arts and Bots that our art teacher, Miss Eckstein, supervises, and they bring their art to life with her on Wednesday nights. We have 6th grade robotics, which is supervised by 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Sherry Berkman. They have some of their projects here tonight. And 5th grade is starting their robotics club next week. So lots of kids are staying after, a lot of great opportunities. Other highlights from this, every student in our building gets to go to the makerspace at least once a week. And we also have one teacher per grade level, along with Mrs. Schaefer and Miss Eckstein, getting code.org certified this school year through trainings at IU5. So we're really excited about that. Those are the big highlights, but the kids are really excited that they get to show off tonight. So I'm going to turn it over to the clubs.
Hi, I'm Miss Eckstein. I'm the art teacher here at Maplewood. So you wouldn't think that I would get myself into a lot of tech, but I have been a lot. These are our representatives for our club, but our club, I have not said no to a single kid, and between 3rd and 4th grade, we have 40 members. So what we originally were going to meet in the art room, now we are meeting in the cafeteria. So I can tell you from experience, probably one of the best moments of my teaching career was telling 30 or 40 kids, yeah, you're going to use the power drills today. So I had 30 or 40 kids with power drills, good drilling holes and putting things together. So far we focused the first part of our year on motion, on simple things like levers, pulleys, just simple actions and simple machines. Next we're going to tackle electricity and starting into just how this is news to her, how simple electricity circuits work and how you can do that, and then we're going to end our year on programming microbits to turn that electricity on and off. So we'll be able to press a button and it will respond and turn on the electricity and go from there. So these guys have brought their projects. I do not have one teaching example over there. I had them just in case we had a tragedy, but every one of those projects over there was built by these guys. And the policy so far has been very different from what they're used to. Usually what we do is we sit down and we teach them all the concepts, and then they practice a little bit, then we teach them the next concept, then we practice a little bit. These guys, I said, there it is, go get it, it's yours. So they were kind of thrown in the deep end, and they had to just look at the teacher example and kind of figure it out. And they've done really, I did not, did I? Not at all. If you needed help, I was here. But every one of these guys has figured out on their own how to approach the problem. So they might have come up with different solutions than I did. They might have found different workarounds than I did, but they are all focused on trying to get that goal and whatever means necessary to do it. So these are all very capable, very well-to-do students. And of the 40 mix, we have low students who struggle in school. We've got high-achieving students, and everybody is successful. And the whole group is kind of supporting each other. So it's not just them individually, they're working as a team. And if I say, okay guys, once you finish, you go back and you find somebody to help, they are all on board. So we're building a great community as well. So they are excited and nervous to share their projects with you. So at some point, come on past our table, and they want you to pick them up and play with them. So please feel free. And Ms. Schaefer is also my co-conspirator in all of this. She's taken a step back, or sideways technically, because now she's kind of straddling two clubs. She's straddling our 3rd and 4th and our 5th and 6th, and she will be head spearing our 5th grade now that's starting next week because we had a hole, so we were going to fill it. So she has kind of done all of this. So she's kind of my co-conspirator along with Sherry Barrickman. We all kind of get together in kibitz and see what we can do to kind of support each other. Just a little bit.
They share me. I spend a half hour here, a half hour up there, just back and forth. But I take coding to the table
Yes.
and help them in that area, really, especially robotics.
Okay, these are my advanced robot kids that are in 6th grade. They started with me last year from a group of about 25, I think, out of 5th and 6th graders. And not all of them could be here tonight, but these guys stuck it with me for a 2nd year, and they realized it's tough, it is challenging, and it impresses me every day what these guys do. This Mindstorms is not just playing with Legos. They are doing EV3 Python, they are problem solving, and it is just amazing. They do such a wonderful job, and they are excited to show you guys what they have done in really an amazingly short amount of time. So we have Lego Mindstorms, we do some M-Bots, we have JV Humanoid, which we haven't had a whole lot of time to play with. It's not math-based, which we struggle with a little bit at the elementary school. So we're problem solving with that a little bit. We've done, in the past, we've done Nozobots, we've done Spiros, so it's not just a one-stop shop. They are taking different types of coding. They've done the Scratch, the Blockly, up to the EV3 Python. It's impressive. I'm just so proud of these guys. So they're ready for you when you are.
Lots to share today.
Yes, lots to share.
Thank you. We'll stick around after the meeting. It shouldn't be too long, so I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here. Student delegates, we have from Sagertown, Nick Archaki. Wherever you want.
Okay.
Make the rules up.
I'll go.
You're all right.
You're in charge.
All right, so as we already talked about, my name is Nick Archaki, and I am the managing editor for the PENNCREST, and I'd like to bring you all up to speed on what's been going on this month at Sagertown High School. The Panther has returned to the Panther hallway, and senior Nathan Barner completed the display case for his Eagle Scout project, and you can read about it in today's PENNCREST, and it's on the front page. Chris Greco's anatomy classes recently visited Gannon University's cadaver lab and the Duskus Martin Funeral Home to learn about the anatomy of the thorax and abdomen. At the funeral home, the students learned about the history, process, customs, and psychology of death and dying in the field of mortuary science. Both boys and girls basketball teams have made the playoffs and will be competing in the District 10 playoffs. In addition, the varsity wrestlers will compete in the sectional tournament in Meadville on February 14th in hopes of moving on to districts, regionals, and states. The PENNCREST bowling team has advanced to the championship match of the Vancraw High School Bowling Playoffs. They will face Cranberry this Saturday at Lakeside Lanes in Conneaut Lake. Haiku Peters, Sam Schallenberger, and Matt Nail are currently representing Sagertown at PMEA District Band. The concert will be held February 14th at 7:30 p.m. at Teal College. 13 Sagertown students will participate in the County Band Festival at Allegheny College on February 21st and 22nd. They are Sam Schellenberger, Jane Hetrick, Matt Nail, Haiku Peters, Ezra McClymans, Hazel Peel, Jameson McIntyre, Reese Larson, Blake Hamilton, Morgan Murphy, Nathan Barner, Lindsey Kimball, and Ella Worley. 40 sophomores entered the American Legion essay contest through post 205 in Sagertown. Winners this year were first place Brittany Hauk, runners-up Abby Shields, Rachel White, Lindsey Kimball, and Allie Phelan. They received cash awards from Legion Commander Dan Cole today. We hope you enjoyed today's issue of the Panther Press, and thank you for your time, and we look forward to updating you next month.
Thank you.
Thank you.
PAEA representative? Anybody? All right. No registered citizens' comments. We're going to begin with our agenda. Athletic Committee, Mr. Gould, Chairman. Item A, recommend approval to accept the resignation of Jason Amy from his duties as an assistant boys volleyball coach for Sagertown Junior Senior High School, effective January 16th.
On behalf of the committee, so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item B, recommend approval of the spring coaches lists as attached.
On behalf of the committee, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Education Committee, Mr. Brooks, Chairman. Item A, recommend approval of the 2020-2021 elementary and secondary program of study as attached.
On behalf of the committee, so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item B, recommend approval to purchase Renaissance K-6 Star Math as attached.
On behalf of the committee, so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes.
Item C, recommend approval of the agreement with Nicole Flees for on-site outpatient counseling services as attached.
On behalf of the committee, so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item D, recommend approval of the letter of agreement with Center for Community Resources Incorporated as attached.
On behalf of the committee, so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item E, recommend approval of the conference travel as listed.
On behalf of the committee, so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item F, student travel, recommend approval of the student travel as listed.
On behalf of the committee, so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item G, recommend approval to accept the donations as listed.
On behalf of the committee, so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item H is not a voting item. Certainly we can discuss it, but it's basically up there for information. We had a conversation regarding the school calendar on Monday, and based on the feedback from the community and the board, we reworked some of that to incorporate and move around some teacher days. So that's up there, that's attached. We're going to leave it as information, and we'll discuss it in March and hopefully approve it in March. Facilities and Transportation Committee, Mr. Johnston, Chairman. Item A, recommend approval of the preventive maintenance agreement for the PEP equipment at a cost of $700 per site as attached.
On behalf of the committee, I make that recommendation.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item B, recommend approval of Jesse Hopman as a van driver for PM Bus.
On behalf of the committee, I make that recommendation.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Finance Committee, Mr. Brown, Chairman. Item A, recommend approval of the Treasurer's Report as attached.
On behalf of the committee, so move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item B, recommend approval of the disbursements as attached.
On behalf of the committee, so move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item C, recommend approval of the 2016-17 tuition payment settlement with Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School in the amount of $3,086.84 as attached and discussed in executive session.
On behalf of the committee, so move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item D, recommend approval of the PESPA collective bargaining agreement and grievance number 060419 settlement agreement as attached.
On behalf of the committee, so move.
Second.
You can do it.
Anybody want a roll call? Should we do a roll call? Anybody? Any discussion on it?
Bob, second.
Who made the first motion?
Oh, Tim?
Tim.
Okay.
Tim and Bob.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Item E, this was added between Monday and today. It's a standard service agreement with IU5. Recommend approval of the internet service agreement with IU5 as attached.
On behalf of the committee, so move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Personnel Committee, Mr. Brooks, Chairperson. We're going to lump items A through F together in a consent agenda. So is there a recommendation to accept all of those, or motion to move A through F?
On behalf of the committee, so move.
Second.
Any discussion on any of them? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Policy Committee, Mr. D. Francesco, Chairman. Item A, recommend approval of the following policies as listed and attached. Policy 111, lesson plans. Policy 907, school visitors.
The committee will make that recommendation.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
There are first reading of policies. There are around 10 to 15 policies that we have reviewed and are up for your review as well. And we're going to continue to work on policies next month as well.
I'd like to recommend that we move 105 back to committee.
Okay.
Second that motion.
All right. It's off, I believe. I took it off
Yeah,
and
it's
put it
off.
back. So we will do that in March. School Safety Committee, Mr. Brown, Chairman. Item A, recommend approval of a non-binding agreement with the State Correctional Institution at Cambridge Springs to use the Cambridge Springs High School as a staging and parking area for emergency workers in the event of an emergency at the institution. That agreement's attached.
On behalf of the committee, so move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Crawford County Career and Technology Center, Mr. Johnson, representative, is there a report?
No, they met while we were meeting last week, so we'll have to wait till next week then to go.
All right. Intermediate Unit Number 5 report, Mr. Brooks, representative.
There's great things going on up there. I think the action item is their budget should be sent in to us. Did you get it yet?
Not yet.
So we should be voting on that next month probably for what our IU5 cost will be.
Thank you. PSBA Legislative Report, Mr. Gulick, representative. Item A, recommend approval to accept the attached resolution calling for charter school funding reform.
I move we accept it. Approve it, excuse me.
Second.
Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
New business. Any new business? Board member remarks.
Start with Bob.
Oh, boy, I'll go first. First of all, I need to thank all the teachers and students over there. I think what you're doing is fantastic. Keep up the good work. I wish they would have had something like that when I was in school, but unfortunately they didn't. Anyway, if any of you saw the Meadville Tribune today on the front page, there was a couple of PENNCREST students, Dakota Price and Ben Rockwell, signed an apprenticeship agreement with Star and Tool, and I think that's fantastic. That's a great career, especially around this area. Tool making opens up a lot of possibilities, and I wish them both a great deal of luck and success. And finally, I just want to say good luck to the winter sports teams, as many of them are entering the playoffs. Hopefully they'll be successful. That's all I have.
First off, thank you for the presentation. I can't wait to stick around afterwards. You guys are doing a great job over there. You're much quieter than the board. We're over here whispering and misbehaving. You guys are doing a great job over there. Everyone except for Mark. The rest of us are. Congratulations, Mrs. Bridger. She received the Golden Apple Award at Secretary High School. She's a great educator. Currently, she has a challenge of educating my youngest child, so she's doing a fantastic job. And he retired. February 26th, there's an Understanding Special Education presentation at Central Office from 5 to 6. RSVP if you're interested. Kindergarten registration, March 25th, 6 p.m. in every elementary school. The Blue Devil Daily newspaper has come out, so I think we have a newspaper at all the schools now. So congratulations to them, all of them doing great. The Harlem Wizards are coming to Maplewood on March 16th. Tickets are on sale. Hopefully the teachers will do better versus the Harlem Wizards than they did versus the Donkeys. Good luck to all our students participating, competing in district band. Kick Cranberry's butt at bowling. The winter sports regular season's wrapped up. Wrestling, both Secretary and Cambridge Wrestling qualify for the District 10 duels, and all three schools are participating in individual playoffs starting tomorrow. Then districts and regions at Sharon. The following 2 weeks, Secretary has 14 wrestlers. We have one number 1 seed, 3 number 2 seeds. Cambridge has 10 wrestlers with 3 number 2 seeds, 2 number 3 seeds. Maplewood has 8 wrestlers with 1 number 1 seed. So we've got a lot of wrestlers in there, and a lot of them should be moving on after that. Boys basketball, Cambridge finished 19-3. We're undefeated in the region. They'll play the winner of Wilmington, Union City next Friday. Maplewood finished 4th in the region, and we'll host West Middlesex tomorrow. And Secretary High School travel Lakesville. Girls basketball, the last thing I've got written down. For the trying to peek ahead. PENNCREST finished 1-2-3 in their region. Maplewood's undefeated region champs overall, 22 record. Cambridge finished 2nd, Secretary 3rd. All 3 teams earned a first round bye, and Maplewood and Cambridge both had girls score 1,000 points for their career. So congratulations to them.
That's all. I'd like to thank Ms. Fonville for her hospitality. It's always a pleasure to come out here. And I'd like to thank the young folks over there. Looking forward to checking the projects out. I'd like to congratulate our winter sports people. In fact, I'll be working at the Meadville tournament tomorrow, so I'll probably see some of them. I'd like to congratulate Mr. Archaki, quite an achiever. There, young man, I can't even bowl 100. So. I'd like to thank the Panther Press for their great work there, and looking forward to seeing the rest of them. And that's all I have.
All right, well, after Jeff, there's really not much left to say. Nick, congratulations and best of luck to you. I hope you follow your dream and everything works out for you. It's awesome. And the Arts and Bonds program, Ms. Fonzo, that's awesome. I mean, it's very exciting to hear the kids back there and see what they're working on, so I'm excited to get over there and see. And and good luck with winter sports. That's all I have.
I don't think I have,
Okay.
yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add except congratulations, Nick. That's pretty awesome. And all the stuff over there looks pretty cool, so it'll be cool to check all that out. Good job with that.
Yeah, I'm glad to see all that too. That's gonna be cutting edge stuff for what everybody's doing now, robotics and even with drone technology and stuff. Just everybody from military to package delivery and mail. I think that's just gonna be all the things they're gonna be training for. So I'm glad to see everybody starting so early. When I was in high school, that was all like senior and low tech stuff. Now you guys are doing it, here, and that's just really good to see. So good luck with everybody on that.
So much of it's already been said, but I can't
You're
say it
so
enough.
good.
You guys, so far over my head, what you're doing. No idea. But I'm so proud of what you're doing, and I'm excited to see it move forward, and I can't wait to go at it and see what you're doing. Keep it up. And thank you, teachers, for all your hard work. You guys are just, thank you.
I really don't have anything to say. I mean, I really don't. Nick, great job. It would take me at least 10 games to get 823, unless you put the bumpers up, and then it would be probably 5. Aaron, Mrs. Fonzo, thanks for having us. It's always nice to come out here. That's some crazy stuff over there. Going back to what Bob said about when he was in school, someone said, they didn't have that, and they didn't even have electricity. That's what somebody said, so.
They did, they had buses too.
Anyway, I don't really have anything else to say. One announcement.
The board met in executive session prior to the work session on February 10th, and tonight for real estate, personnel, and negotiations.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.